Awesome, awesome. So, Mr. Utera, what was Sky's favorite thing about the holidays?
We didn't narrow it down. This guy just really likes holidays in general.
Fair enough.
She likes
Fair.
decorating though.
Oh, who doesn't like decorating? Awesome. Taylor, what was Christian's favorite kind of pie?
Pumpkin. We had the same favorite kind. It was really fun.
And you know what? I agree with that. I think any other pie outside of pumpkin pie are too messy, then they're hot and but they're cold at the same time. And it's just it's a weird vibe. It's a weird vibe. I love a good pumpkin pie, and pie is the only correct pumpkin pie is the only type of pie I think anyone should eat. Apple pie, not my thing because it's soft, but that it's crunchy. It's just not it.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, I'm not an apple
I
pie
think
guy. Not an apple pie guy. Hate to say it. And then Christian, what was Terrellin's winter push goal?
Her winter push goal was to try to hit 20K.
Hell yeah. That's a great goal. All right, you guys. I'm super excited. So if you guys want to go ahead and take out your guys' calendars, I have some important dates and times for you guys to go ahead and jot down for me. So first is going to be division meeting. Division meeting team meeting is going to be next week, November 17th. It's going to be from 5 to 7, same time as it is every single week, and it'll be on my Zoom. We'll also have a team phone jam on Saturday, November 12th. So it's going to be super key and super important to start building momentum into this push week as well. You guys don't want to be diving into a push cold turkey. So make sure you guys are continuously doing demos that when push comes and your schedule's open, you don't have any family stuff, you don't have any schoolwork or any obligations outside of work, that you can just absolutely dive into it. So we're going to be doing our team phone jam Saturday, November 12th from 11 to 1 p.m. on my Zoom. And then we have our key staff meetings every Sunday, November 12th or November 13th. That's going to be from 12 to 1. Now, what key staff is the chance, the opportunity for you guys to learn a little bit more about advancement opportunities. I am looking for more assistant managers for this fall, for the spring, and for next summertime. So even if you're kind of sort of interested in being an assistant manager, but not right now, or if it would be something that would interest you in the future, please go to those key staff meetings. All of our assistant managers go to those key staff meetings, and it just gets them those extra skills that they need outside of team meetings that they need to be successful, to be high-powered assistant managers. So if you guys are interested in that leadership and advancement opportunity, come to key staff every Sunday from 12 to 1. And then starting on this Monday, we're going to be doing workshop Mondays. I need to come up with like a little better acronym or more alliteration for that and make them a little bit more catchy. But every Monday, we're going to be having a workshop. It's only going to be an hour and a half. It's going to be 45 minutes of content, 45 minutes of phoning. And the goal of that is to have you guys eventually have some of our assistant managers lead a workshop, maybe have you guys lead a workshop. Like if someone's like really crushing it at a certain skill or a certain topic, and you're like, hey, Trey, I want to share and spread the word and show people what I'm doing. You guys will have the chance to lead some workshops at times. It gives you guys a chance to gain your public speaking skills, your leadership skills, and helps you guys get to know the team better. And it gives you a chance, an opportunity to actually do some teaching as well. So our first one will be led by me on Monday, November 14th from 5 to 6:30. If you guys are interested in leading a workshop from here on or in the future, please let me know, and I would love to put you on an agenda. Next is going to be the quote of the week. So if you guys want to go ahead and jot this down, the quote of the week. I think this is really prevalent, especially with everything that's going on, diving into winter push and all of this other stuff that's going on. This quote really stuck out to me. So it says, act as if what you do makes a difference because it does, by William James. And I absolutely love this because, especially in our business, we can kind of fall into that repetition of, does this phone call really matter? Will this phone call really make a difference? Will this demo make a difference? Is me showing up to this one meeting going to make a difference? How can I make a difference? And I feel like I'm not impacting or changing or developing or growing at all. I'm just doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. But in the reality of things is, everything you guys do, it does make a difference and it does matter. So I really like that quote. That really stuck out to me, especially as Cutco people. I know the struggle of just feeling that we're doing the same thing over and over again and it doesn't really matter. But everything that we do, it makes a difference and it does matter. Next, I want to go ahead and dive into is just some of the pillars of excellence. These are just kind of like some office standards and just some things that I want the foundation of our office to be built on. I want every single representative on our team to be able to have these pillars and to be able to have this kind of mentality and mindset in everything that they do. So first one is show up and show out. Show up and show out. 90% of this job and 90% of life is just showing up. If you can show up every single day, good stuff will happen. Second is I want you guys to be able to learn and grow from your guys' experiences. I'm 100% okay with you guys making mistakes. I'm 100% okay with you guys having no sales. I'm 100% okay with you guys getting little to no recommendations or referrals. I'm okay with that as long as you're learning and growing from that experience. So how can we get better? How can we get that next sale? How can I learn from what I did wrong and implement what to do right? So being able to learn and grow from our mistakes. The third thing is just perfect effort, you guys. I don't expect you guys to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm the furthest thing from being perfect. But what I do expect is perfect effort. Effort is 100% controlled by you guys. It's not a measurement. It's not a stat. It's not like a stat or anything like that. It's how bad do you guys want it? Are you guys going to go that extra mile? Are you going to put in that extra effort, that extra oomph to get what you want out of this job? Next is a positive attitude. If you show up to every single event with a positive attitude and a learning and growing mentality, you guys will get a lot more out of these meetings. I know being on a Zoom call on a Thursday night, there's probably a million other things that you guys rather be doing right now. But being able to show up with a positive attitude and a positive mindset and just being able to learn and grow and invest into yourselves is going to be absolutely key. Team meeting was always my favorite event of the week. And then lastly, no zeros. You guys are way too good. You guys are way too talented to have 0 demos ahead, to have 0 sales on the board, and to be making 0 phone calls. I don't want any goose eggs. So can we get at least 1 order? Can we get at least 1 demo for next week? Can we get at least that 1 person on our names list that we can give a call to? I just don't want any zeros on the boards. So there's going to be kind of our 5 pillars of excellence so that you guys know what to expect from me. And I know what to expect from you guys. Those are going to be our 5 pillars. Next is just the levels of leadership. So if you guys are still interested in advancement and leadership opportunity, I am looking for more leaders. We dove into this 2 weeks ago, but I also want you guys just to kind of always see this every single team meeting to know that there's always that next step if you guys want to learn and grow. So these are the sales levels to advancement. We have 1, 3, 6, 10. And we have 15, 20, and then we have more of the career route with becoming a manager or a full-time sales representative. We'll do a deep dive into these level leaderships next week. I know that we did a deep dive like 2 weeks ago, and a lot of you guys were on that call as well. But I do want you guys to know that you guys have that chance and you guys have the opportunity for advancement and advancement opportunities. I'm looking to promote some people. Next is Winter Push. Winter Push, guys. This is going to be so exciting. We're going to be doing a deep dive into Winter Push today. So I want you guys to go ahead and jot this down. The Winter Push keys. The Winter Push keys. So every single one of you guys, if you guys want to hit this Mexico trip and win a trip to Puerto Vallarta, it's really going to take 3 things. And it's going to be the 3 most simple things that you guys ever heard. And you guys hear me say it all the time as well. So the first one is 40 demos completed. If you complete 40 demos, you guys will hit $10,000 in sales. So if you guys complete 40 demos over this month-long push that we have in December, you guys will hit 10K. Next is Mission 100. It's going to be hard to complete 40 appointments if we don't have anybody to call. So Mission 100, what Mission 100 is can we get 100 MAC customers on our list? Can we get 100 MAC customers on our list? Those people that are married, over the age of 30 and live in a house, can we get 100 people? If we call all 100 people and you guys have a 40% booking rate, you guys will schedule 40 appointments. It's as simple as that. And then lastly, spread the word. So there is a PR component to it, a personal referral or personal recommendation, aka a friend on the team. So there will be your sales plus your friend's sales to help you win this competition as well. So those are the 3 keys to Winter Push. Winter Push will be from November 29th till December 26th. So you guys have a little under a month. I think it's right at a month. It's 4 weeks. You have a 4 weeks long to hit all of these goals. So in that bottom left-hand corner, I want you guys to write down that URL as well, the tinyurl.com/2022 winter push. This is a one-stop shop to all of your guys' needs that you guys will need to prepare for this push week. And we're going to be diving into that here in a second. But here's how you guys win this trip to Puerto Vallarta. Here's how you guys are going to win this trip. So we have our keys. Now, what is the trip? So to win this trip at 50%, the cost per trip is going to be about, the cost per person per trip is going to be around $650. So you guys can win this trip at 50% by personally selling $8,000 between those contest dates, and your PR team or your friends selling another additional $2,000 by January 29th. Or you can personally sell 2K and have your PR team sell 8K. So it's kind of that difference in like, hey, if I just recruit a bunch of people and get all my friends to sell, I'll get all my friends to do the work for me. Or you can do some of the work and have your friends do some of the work as well. So that's to qualify at 50%. To win the trip for free, you need to personally sell $10,000 and have your PR team sell $4,000 by January 9th. Or you can personally sell 4K and have your PR team sell 10K. And then another kicker, if you're like, I don't know that many people, Trey, I don't really have anyone that I think would be able to do this, and you just want to do it all on your own, you can personally sell $15,000 by December 26th with no PR team sales requirement and win that trip 100% for free. So your friends will need to be launched within the dates of December 2nd to January 8th for them to qualify for this contest as well. So that third key of spreading the word, just making sure that you guys are posting on social media. In the next coming weeks, starting next week, I'm going to be asking you guys for a lot of one-on-one interviews. I'm going to be asking to interview your guys' friends one-on-one. For example, Blake Nazario on his team, his girlfriend Michaela, I have a one-on-one interview with her next week. That's his PR that he has on the team, and they're both going after that 15K mark, and they both want to win that trip for free. So I'm going to be asking you guys for a lot of your guys' top 10 lists. So start thinking about some friends who you're like, they would absolutely crush and kill this job, and they would really have a good time with this job as well, because you could actually help your friend win a free trip to Mexico as well. And then the third component is with your friends. Anyone that sells $10,000 in their fast start within their first 10 days, so there's not going to be no extra credit, no double credit days or anything like that. But anyone that sells $10,000 in their first 10 days on the job, they will also win that trip 100% for free. So let's say, for example, Christian has a friend that starts between December 2nd and January 8th, and they go out and sell $10,000. They also won a trip to Mexico for free, and Christian only needs to sell $2,000, and then he's set and he won a trip to Mexico as well. So whatever that might be, there's a lot of different combinations, a lot of different ways where you guys can win this trip as well, but help spread the word. And with this trip, if you win it for free, we book the flights, the hotels, and you guys get to travel the world. And vector trips go hard. And this isn't like a trip where you're with your mom and your dad and you need to be on your best behavior. No, this is a vector trip. You guys work hard, but you also get to play hard too. And for those of you who know me, I like to work hard, and I also like to play hard. And partying it up with me is always a good time. So does anyone have any questions on how to win this contest or any questions about the contest?
So is it you and one other person for like that team thing, like a PR team, or is it like multiple people, like 3 people, or
Yes, that's a great question. So you could have 10 friends on the team that sell $1,000 each, and then that equals 10K. You could have one friend that sells 10. It doesn't matter how many friends you have as long as they hit that sales goal. So for example, like let's say you're going after personally selling 4K and your PR team selling 10, you can sell your 4, and then if you get 4 more friends on the team, and they each sell 2,500, 2,500, 2,500, 2,500, 2,500, that's 10K right there. So you could have 4 people sell 10K collectively. You could have 9 people sell it, 3 people sell it, 1 person sell it. It doesn't matter how they get to that level, but your people that you recommended to the team and to the job get to 10K in total. Does that?
I was thinking about joining Blake and Michaela.
So it's only people that start within the dates of December 2nd and January 8th. So because you started before then, you can't qualify for their team.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. But is Michaela starting like right now? She said.
She's going to. We have an interview set, so we'll see.
Okay, sweet.
Cool. Any other questions? Cool. So with that being said, I also want to do a quick little run through of that winter push preparation. So if you just go to any web browser and type in tinyurl.com/2022 winter push, it'll take you to this Google form, and not a Google form, this Google Doc. So with this Google Doc, I have a list of printouts. We're going to be talking about this today as well. I have a list of printouts and then just some pre-push checklists. Last week we talked about a clear why and or this week we're going to be talking about a clear why and a clear goal, and doing our goal thermometer. Make sure you guys have your names list organized, your friends and your past customers on Facebook and Instagram. Needs conversation with your family. That's what we're going to be talking about next week, with how to tie your parents into the goals, how to tie your parents into everything. Making sure that you guys are printing your 100 leads list, planning your guys' meals, talking to your parents about the job, getting your schedule organized, all of these fun things that you guys will need in preparation for November 26th. But with that being said, make sure that you guys have these main 2 things printed out. It's going to be top 10 leads list. So what this is, it's just a list from 1 to 100. And you can print that out and just write their name and phone number. All the way to mission 100 and getting 100 people on this list. That is the first thing that you guys will need to have printed out. So you guys can go ahead and jot that down in your guys' notes. 100 leads list printed. And then we're also going to be doing our goal thermometers. This is what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm not going to put too much emphasis on this, but making sure that you guys have your guys' push thermometers printed out and ready to go as well. So Annie Neeson on our team, she has hers printed out, and we're going to be diving into that here in a little bit as well. But this is full of a bunch of links, full of a bunch of awesome resources. These are field trainings, so you can watch McCall Simons do some demos. Riley and Enros, I don't know how to say his name. But Riley, he's doing the interactive demo. He closes on some items on that one too, so you can see how our top representatives are doing their presentations. So you guys can go watch them do it. I have a link to a bunch of scripts and a bunch of demo tips as well. So this is going to be your one-stop shop. Everything that you will possibly need to win this push week is compiled all into this one spot. So make sure that you guys take a look at this, print out that goal thermometer and print out that 100 leads list. They are going to be your biggest lifesavers. Next, I want to go ahead and talk about Silver Cup standings. So guys, we are currently the number 6 office in the entire company, but we are looking to gear up. And with this winter push, this is something special to our Southwest region. No one else in the company is going to be doing this push week. And so with this push week, we have a great and outstanding opportunity to really dive in and make some noise in the company. You guys have the opportunity to not only win a trip to Mexico, but if we get everyone dialed in, if we get everyone on board to absolutely crush and kill this winter push week, we could slingshot ourselves from 6 to number 1 and beat Alexander Sylvester in the Silver Cup race. I actually was on a meeting with him on Tuesday, and I was talking a lot of shit to him. So if I talk shit, I got to back it up. All right. So he's expecting us He's expecting us to make a lot of noise, and he's talking to his team about us. He says that every single week we see our office climb the reports, and his team and his staff are getting a little nervous about it. So with that being said, that's where we are in our Silver Cup standings. Also in the All-American Scholarship standings, Miss Terrelyn Thompson at number 51 in the All-American Scholarship race. So if you guys are in school right now, we also have that opportunity where you guys get paid to go to school just by doing your job. You sell a lot of knives, make a lot of money, and then you can even have your school and schoolwork paid for, which is dope. So that's our All-American Scholarship. So far for this week, Miss Terrelyn Thompson placing an order at 107 so far for the week. So can I get one clap for Terrelyn on 3? 1, 2, 3. Boom. And then let's talk about how we did last week. So last week was a little bit of a slower week, but still a lot of areas to be impressed by. So last week we're at 2571. And I want to recognize Christian Nazario for placing an order. He sold 2 all knife sets in the same order in the same demo. It was pretty dope. And he hit a promotion, which we're going to talk about here in a second as well. So Christian, dude, I'm super proud of you making your first promotion. And I just love your persistence. And I know that with school, family, friends, and then doing this job, I know you're juggling a lot of things right now, and your ability to balance everything around school, sports, classes, personal life, a new girlfriend, and now doing this job as well. I'm just really impressed with you, my man. Friend inside the business and outside the business as well. I've just been really impressed with you these past couple of weeks, my man. And I'm excited for us to be working together for a really long time. So can we get a one clap for Christian on 3? 1, 2, 3. Boom. And then Miss
Thank
Amy.
you, Trey.
Yeah, no worries, my man. I got you. And then Miss Annie Neeson placing 2 orders on the board at 1761. Ooh, look at that average order. It does not suck. So next thing I want to go ahead and talk about is Consistency Club. So you guys can go ahead and jot this down in your notes. What Consistency Club is, it's every single week that you guys are over $1,000 in sales, you guys get put on a national sales report. It gets emailed to every single district manager, every single Cutco sales professional, and it is national recognition. Every single manager looks at those reports. I look at those reports. Our CEO, Bruce Goodman, looks at those reports. And it's a chance and opportunity for you guys to get your name nationally known. So I have a little contest for you guys. So for every week that you guys are over $1,000 in sales, you get one little fire emoji. So once you guys have 5 weeks in a row over $1,000 in sales, you get a free entertainer pack from your boy. And if you're 10 weeks in a row over $1,000 in sales, you get a free engraved K-bar from your boy. So our Consistency Club members so far from last week is just Miss Annie Neeson. She took a couple personal vacations and some trips, and she lost her record of 17 weeks in a row, but she's coming back better than ever, and she's ready to get on this streak again and break her own record. So Annie Neeson, 1 week in a row over $1,000 in sales, and she's going to beat her own personal record, which is pretty insane. So you guys, if you want a goal and something to shoot after, you can just be like, hey, I'm trying to beat Annie. Next thing I want to go ahead and talk about is just some promotions in the house and who gave themselves a pay raise. We got Christian Nazario. Dude hit his first promo today, or 2 days ago, and I'm so excited and so happy. I just said a bunch of great words about Christian, but there it is. It's official. First promotion. You went from 10% to 15%. Gave yourself a 50% pay increase. And dude, I'm so excited for you to hit your next promotion as well. So can I get a round of applause for Christian? Woo! You're
I have a
rocking.
small question.
Yeah, what's going on, Sky?
So, because my dad wanted something and I didn't know if we could make that as a sale, but I'm pretty sure everything on the website considers as a sale, correct?
Yeah, everything you sell will count towards your career sales.
Okay, because I was confused, like if it was just the knives, because he was looking at like the hunting knives and all that.
Yeah, no, anything with the Cutco logo on it will count towards your personal career sales.
Okay, gotcha.
And then no one at 3K, no one at 6K. Miss Terrelyn Thompson, $10,000 fast starter. I'm going to keep that up there for the next 10 weeks because you're an absolute rock star. You're an absolute stud. Making $2,000 in her first 2 weeks on the job. But we have a special promotion in the house, and she came and hopped in right at the right time. So you guys can see Annie Neeson. She's at the very bottom of my screen. I don't know where she is for you guys. But Annie Neeson just hit her $30,000 promotion. Oh my gosh, what a big accomplishment. And the thing that I love most about Annie is just her attention to detail and her competitive nature. Annie and I are both very competitive people. And so every single week, Annie's like, how can I beat myself? How can I beat myself? How can I set that next record? How can I push myself to become the best version of me? And her and I have had a lot of conversations through the ups, the downs, and everything in between. But the thing that's impressed me most about Annie is just her attitude. She's not doing anything special. She's reading the same script that you guys are, doing the same presentation that you guys are, showing the same people. She's from Colorado, so she's showing the same people that you guys are, right? And so what makes Annie so special is just her work ethic. She's constantly on the phone. She's constantly booking demos. And she's just expanding every level of her business and just learning and growing every single time with everything that she does as well. Annie, are you in a spot where I could ask you a couple questions about how you got to 30K?
Yeah. I don't know if you can see me. I'm driving. It's kind of dark, but yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and spotlight you for everyone so we can all see your amazing face. And I'm going to spotlight myself too. So, Annie, you just hit $30,000 in sales. What do you think the biggest key you can give to someone who is not quite at that 30K level to get to that next step?
Definitely stick with your script. It works. But building that connection with customers and building that rapport, like you've known them forever. But yeah, definitely stick to the script. That's a big thing.
Awesome. So every single demo you do, you read that script word for word, bar for bar, verse for verse?
Yeah. Yep.
And you sell a lot of knives while doing it too?
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's amazing.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That script is pretty dope. So read your script and then rapport, just that relationship build. I love that too. Annie, another question. How often are you making phone calls? How often are you on the phone just dialing?
I try to do at least once a day, just because you can kind of hit everybody at different times. So I don't work my other job Mondays and Fridays. So I try and schedule, if I don't have demos Monday and Friday, I try and call Monday mornings because you're usually the first person that they talk to at the middle of the week, and it's usually a happy week. You can kind of start their week off like looking forward to talking to you, I guess.
Awesome. Just being the highlight of their day.
Yep.
Not necessarily just showing up just to sell them knives and dip, but wanting to build that genuine rapport connection and wanting to be the highlight of their week. I love it. And then, I think that's everything I got for you guys. Does anyone here have any questions for Annie on how she got to 30K?
I do.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Okay. So my main question is, are you looking these people up in a phone book or are you going and finding them?
So a lot of them, so like that first, what was it, like 50 people that you had to do at training? I actually had 80 people that I talked to personally and asked them if I could do a demo with them. But then I also put stuff on social media. And that helps me get a lot of people as well, but then also contacting people on social media too. I actually have not used any of my referrals or references. I'm still on my initial list of contacts that I'm still doing demos with.
Awesome. So just really diving into that names list and really, which is really exciting because that's actually what we're going to be talking about for our first teaching topic of today, is diving into that names list. And that's something that Annie has spent a lot of time on investing. She said that she already has 80 people on her names list. She was really close to Mission 100 as is. And with the 80 people that she has names and numbers for, she already got to 30K. So when Annie goes after her winter push and going after Mission 100, now she has over 400 recommendations and referrals from those top people that she knows to go and dive into those presentations, to go ahead and dive in and just give that simple layup phone call to. So that initial list of people, messaging people on social media that like, oh, I know this person, but I don't have their phone number per se. Just shooting them a quick message on Instagram saying, hey, can I grab your phone number and give you a quick call? That's absolutely huge, Annie. Sky, great question.
I actually posted like, and I don't know where you guys are at in your fast start, but I actually posted on my Facebook and was like, hey, I started this new job with Cutco and I'm doing practice presentations with friends and family. And I think I just from that post, I got 50 referrals.
Awesome. So posting on social media is going to be one of your guys' best friends. Awesome.
That's what I mean, though. It's not my best friend because I don't have social media. Like,
awesome.
That's where my problem is, I guess.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be able to dive into, Annie.
I was just gonna say, do you have like friends and family, like your parents, like talk to their or coworkers even? No. Yeah, Trey is definitely a good one to help with your list though, and he can help build that up for sure. And if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to message me too or ask me as well.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, you guys, go ahead and give Annie a round of applause. Hitting 30K is a big promotion level, and it is a very big achievement. Annie, very proud of you. So, let's go ahead and $10,000 fast starters. So if you guys haven't noticed yet, Miss Terrelyn Thompson, $10,000 fast starter, hit that 3 weeks ago, and she's on her way to hit another $10,000 in this winter push. I just want to do some staff recognition and show some appreciation for our lovely and beautiful staff. We have Isabel Strublow, Annie Neeson, and Zach Utera. You guys just heard Annie. I'm sure that all of you guys have had a one-on-one or heard Zach before. He's the one in the blue hoodie. So Zach, if you want to give a wave, that's Zach. So feel free to reach out to me, Isabella, or Annie for anything that you guys need. With our assistant managers in training, we have Miss Ashley Fetty and Karina Mays on their way to becoming assistant managers as well, which leads us in today's first teaching topic. So today's first teaching topic is actually going to be names list. So it's going to be super fun, super exciting. This guy who's going to be leading this names building exercise, his name is Dane Espegard. He is a Silver Cup winning division manager out of the Minnesota office. He's about to win back-to-back Silver Cups in his office, and he's just helping his team prepare for a push week. And him, very much like me, he just recorded everything and he sent it out to us. So we're going to be hearing from a Silver Cup champion, a Cutco Hall of Fame division manager, on how to build your names list and how to actually get to that mission 100 mark. So with that being said, you guys go ahead and grab out your pens, grab out your pencils, and let's go ahead and dive in. Yo! Who was like, that was fire? Who really enjoyed that? Yeah, I really enjoyed that as well. And it's a combination of me and you guys, right? I put together that entire list, that one document with all of those links, with all of those things that you guys need to be successful. Dane said his quote for his push week was "get over it." For me, I'm not as insensitive. For me, and Zach knows this quote all too well. I always say, what's bad for your ego is good for your character. Let's say you call someone on the phone, they're really rude to you. That was really bad for your ego, but guess what? You came out a better person. You ask someone that you're a little nervous to give a call to, you ask them for the number, or you give them a call and they tell you no. Yeah, it's bad for your ego, but guess what? It's good for your character. And it's okay to have a lot of character. I have a ton of character. Zach has seen me multiple times gain a lot of character throughout this job. I've seen Zach gain a lot of character as well throughout this job. So put your guys' selves out there. Have that abundance mindset. Don't be fixed. Don't be in a fixed mindset. Be in a growth mindset. All right. So next thing that we're going to go ahead and dive into, and I will have the link to this video in the description when I post it on my YouTube. So the next thing I want to go ahead and dive into is our winter push resources. So I want you guys to go ahead and title this in your notes, goal thermometer. Goal thermometer.
Mine the other day.
I know, and you inspired me to make sure we get this done today.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I was telling Grant.
Oh yeah, no worries. And I'm glad that you did yours yesterday because now I have an example. So this is going to be your push goal thermometer. This is your push goal thermometer. You guys can either print this out or you guys can do it virtually, whatever way you guys decide to do it. But I want you guys to be able to have this and have a tangible goal with this. So what the whole point of a push goal thermometer is you're going to put your guys' push goal on top. So whether you're going after 10, 15, 20, 6,000 and your PR team selling another 1,000, you can split it in half. You can be like PR team over here, my sales over here. And I want you guys to go ahead and just look at some of these examples. So this is Annie Neeson. This is her push breakdown. So her winter push goal is to sell 15,000. So you can see Annie did 1, 2, 3, 4, and kind of did it on the opposite ends. So let's say Annie sells a homemaker during this winter push. She would go in and color it up until it got to that level. So let's say she got to $5,000 in sales. She would like mark all of this down to $5,000 in sales and count all the way up to her $15,000 in sales. So some of Annie's goals throughout this push week and why she's pushing so hard is to hit $50,000 in sales, which she's really close to, just hit 30. Become a Cutco sales professional, be part of that sales team and the events team, be a stay-at-home mom. We all love Marley. Win a silver cup, office silver cup, get that free trip to Puerto Vallarta. She wants to be the #1 in the Colorado Springs office. So someone's going to have to beat her on that one. But that's disrespectful. You should take that one personally. If I was Michael Jordan, I'd take that one personally. Annie, if I was selling throughout this push week, you'd be #2. So then she wants to save for her future home and build her forever home. So those are her goals for this winter push. So every time that she hops on and she says, Mrs. Jones, is it okay if I share some of my goals with you? She says, yes, absolutely, sweetie, go ahead. She's going to share this. This is how she's going to get her 15K. Not only is she doing this for the income and because we're all doing it right now, these are her personal goals. This is what's inspiring her to reach out to that extra person. This is what's inspiring her to go above and beyond. This is what's going to inspire her to make those 200 phone calls. So I have some other examples. This is Jacob's goal thermometer for his SC2. He did his a little bit differently. So what Jacob did is he had a goal of completing 67 demos. So he didn't put the sales number to it. He put a demo goal to it. And he wrote down some of his goals, like push himself, keep a full schedule, no quitting. And then something really cool that he did was he had his customers sign his goal sheet. So he printed it out. He had a physical copy of it. And every single time he did a demo with someone, regardless of whether they bought or not, he had them sign their name. They got to be a part of something bigger and greater than themselves. He ended up completing 40 appointments and selling 10K. Here's another one. Mental toughness. He wants to go after his personal record. He wants to beat Richard, another rep in his office. Be 100% financially independent. He was going after a $20,000 push. Last time he did a $20,000 push, so he did 20,003. He wanted to win that limo night. He wanted to do 67 appointments, be #1. And then he also had his customers sign it, which was pretty cool. First push ever. So this is Victoria's. She wanted to go to 20K. She completed 56 demos. She wanted to pay off next semester, make her leaders proud, network my Delta. So she was a Tri-Delta. She's in a sorority. And these were all of her goals. And she also had her customers sign. So you can see that all the signatures around it too. Another example of Victoria's. She wanted to do 15K. You can see at how it's colored in. She had some people do it, all of her goals in big, beautiful colors. So this one's McCall Simons. This was his push goal. He wanted to sell 40,000 and complete 100 presentations. So on this side, he had how many demos he had completed. And on this side, he had his 40K sold. McCall ended up completing 100 demos, and he sold a little under $40,000. And then he did a last minute phone jam. And we're going to be talking about that next week, a last minute phone jam. And he ended up selling another $10,000 to the people who didn't buy from him in the past. And just called all of his customers. Just asked them, hey, I'm about to hit my goal. I'm really close. Is there anything that you want? Place another $10,000 in sales just from calling those people back. So what I'm going to leave you guys off with for this teaching topic, and if you guys haven't guessed yet, that was my teaching topic, was goal thermometer and winter push prep. So what I'm going to leave you guys off with is either print that out or do it like Annie did, do it virtually. And I want you guys to send me your goal thermometers. I want you to send me your guys' push goal thermometers. I promise you it's worth the 15 minutes to get your arts and crafts on. It is going to be worth it. Every single push week I have ever done, I had a goal thermometer. And actually, I'm going to be, Emma Rubenstein has a really funny picture of me holding my goal thermometer. I'll send that in the group me later today as well. But make sure that you guys get your guys' goal thermometers printed and filled out. Thumbs up if that makes sense. Awesome. So with that being said, next thing that we're going to go ahead and dive into is we're going to spend the last 40 minutes today. We're going to spend the last 40 minutes today with a phone jam. Now, why is it so important and why am I going to be encouraging you guys to do demos leading up to this push week? Because you want to have momentum. You want to have momentum. You can talk to Annie Neeson about the power of momentum. She's learning how to use momentum again with her side. Right? She was 17 weeks in a row, over $1,000 in sales. She had plenty of great momentum, went on a couple trips, took her foot off the gas pedal a little bit, and she stopped her momentum. It took her 3 weeks to get back into that full force and to get back into her groove that she had the previous 17 weeks. I know that we have a little over 19 days, so over 2 weeks to prepare for this winter push, but it's more important now more than ever than to do demos than in the push week. Because you guys will have positive momentum, you guys will have sales on your side, and if you show your best 10 customers within the next 14 days, who are your best 10 customers going to recommend you to? Their best 10. So instead of going into this push week with only 10 recommendations and 10 referrals of your best people, or instead of going into this push week with only 10 names and numbers of really high quality people, imagine going into your push week with 100 good people, plus the names and numbers that you guys already got. You guys will be at mission 250, not mission 100. You guys will have so many names and numbers. So this week and the next 2 weeks are going to be the most important 2 weeks. This is where you guys win this push week. This is where it gets done, is in the next 2 weeks. Your guys' push results will be a reflection of these past 2 weeks. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into Phone Jam. So with that being said, I need everyone to pull out their phones. I need everyone to pull out their scripts. I need everyone to pull out their calendars and their names list. So once you guys have your names list pulled out, I don't know why I can't use the chat box right now. That is irritating. I'm going to put the link to the tiny URL. Oh my gosh, url.com/phoning script. I went ahead and threw the script into the chat box. Yep, Annie, you are all good. So the goal of this phone jam is to have everyone make 20 phone calls. That's the goal. And if you have that 4-to-1 ratio, you're going to book 5 demos. So the goal of this phone jam is to book 5 presentations. And with that being said, if no one has told you this yet today, every phone call you make matters. Every demo you guys book matters. And you guys matter. You guys matter to our team. You guys matter to everyone else. You guys matter to me. Everyone on this call, you guys should matter to each other because we're going after a national title. Every demo that Sky books helps Zach. Every single time Terrellyn sells something, it helps Christian. So every call matters, every demo matters, and you guys freaking matter, all right? So we're going to make phone calls until 7 o'clock, and then I'll kick you guys off, and I'll book all of our one-on-ones for the week, and then you guys will be all good to go. So with that being said, I'm going to count us down from 3. When I get to 1, let's go ahead and make those phone calls. So 3, make sure you guys smile while you dial. 2, make sure you guys have a positive attitude. Let's book a ton of demos. 1, make sure you guys follow that script. And dial, baby, dial. I'll play some music, and let's crush this push week.